Hey everybody, it's Angie and welcome to Hot and Flashy. In today's video, I've got my empties for you, got my little full empties bin here, and it's a trip through my trash. So I save up all my used up products and do little mini reviews on them for you to show you what I've used up, whether I liked it well enough to purchase it again. And I have got a ton of skincare in here. It's been a couple of months since I've done an empties. It feels like a really long time. I know it's been at least 2 months, maybe 3, because I've got 2 of a couple things in here. And so anyway, it's a lot to go over, so let's just get started. First thing that I wanted to talk about are my hair coloring kits, because these aren't technically empty, but they're half empty. But I did want to give them a little shout out today because I did color my hair recently and I'm just loving the way the color is coming out lately. I know it's funny, it looks different on video than it does in real life. It's a lot blonder in real life than it comes out looking on video, and I'm not sure exactly why. But anyway, the coloring kits that I use, they're actually 2 different ones, and they're both from Esalon. So this one is the highlight kit that I use, and this one is the kit that I use for my roots, because of course I have, you know, some gray hair, not a ton, not enough to like grow it out and be completely gray. I probably have about 25 to 30% gray, and it's all like right up in the middle. So I definitely need to use the Esalon custom color kit, and I love this kit. My color is like a light brown and it is permanent color, and what I love about it is that it's customized just for me, and so it's the perfect color. And if I ever want to adjust it, make it warmer, cooler, lighter, darker, they're just an email away, and I let them know what I want and then they send it. This is the highlight kit, and this is the newer one that I started using just a few months ago, and I love this kit. I love how the highlights come out. I think they're just so pretty. Everything falls on the floor when you open it, and they're just the right color of blonde. Maybe if I come closer you'll be able to see how really light it is. Like I feel like when I'm sitting far away or when I record in my other room, they don't come out as light on camera as they are in real life. I feel like my hair just looks darker overall when I'm sitting back here a little bit farther from you guys, but they are nice and light. Anyway, I was able to do half on this kit as well. So it gives you everything you need, including the rubber gloves, and oh, the little things really make me happy. The rubber gloves in these kits are just so good. They're not like those ones that you get like with a big drugstore kit that they don't fit your hands and you can't work with them. These are like actual stylist type gloves, so they make me feel really professional, and I think they really help. I do have discount codes for you on both kits. They're both in the info box on the light set. You can try this for $25 by using my link in the info box below, and for the permanent hair color you can try this for $15 by using the link in the info box below. So some good discounts for you there to try my favorite hair color and my favorite highlighting kit. All right, let's jump right into skincare. I finally finished up my Isntree green tea toner. I have been working on finishing this for so long. This has lasted me at least a year, and I think it cost maybe $15. So a really great bang for your buck value on this one. Green tea is an antioxidant. I love having it in my skincare routine, and I really wasn't getting a large quantity of it in any of my other skincare. So I added this in. This is like a hydrating, good for your skin, antioxidant toner. So what antioxidants do is that they fight free radicals in your skin. So this helps to promote collagen generation. It helps to reduce fine lines and wrinkles. It helps to brighten the skin. Green tea is an amazing ingredient. I just love it. And I just use it almost like a men's aftershave. I don't put it on the cotton round because I feel like I'm throwing a cotton round soaked with my toner into the trash every time. So the way I use it is I just sprinkle a little bit of it on my fingertips or the palm of my hand, and then I just rub them together and I just pat it all over my face. You know, I might give it a little rub if I have a lot there, then down my neck, chest, backs of hands. I use this in my evening skincare routine. I put it on after I've washed my face, but right before I put on my prescription Tretinoin. I like my skin to be slightly damp when I put on my Tretinoin because that helps the Tretinoin to absorb better. And now that I've been using it for 8 years, it's, you know, doesn't irritate my skin or anything, so I can go for maximum absorption, which is what I want for all my anti-aging skincare. And this really helps my skin to really drink up that Tretinoin that's in my Curology, which is also in the the Empties here. So let's talk about Curology next, shall we? This is how I get my prescription Tretinoin now. I've got 2 of these in here because this is obviously a 2 months empty, so I go through 1 of these a month. Now this portion of the video is sponsored by Curology. I became a Curology ambassador about, how long has it been now? Over a year maybe? A year and a half ago, something like that, because I had been already using this for 2 years before that. So now I've been on Curology for 3 years and I love this. And this is the one thing that I will never switch out of my skincare routine. And if you're someone who is looking to start an anti-aging skincare routine, the best thing that you can do for your skin is get on Tretinoin. That's the prescription form of vitamin A, the prescription form of retinol or retinoid. So, you know, you hear a lot about retinols and retinoids in the anti-aging skincare, you know, buzzy news out there, but they're not all the same. Over-the-counter retinol is really like riding a bike with training wheels compared to getting prescription Tretinoin. There really isn't much comparison in how far you can get with it. Retinol is okay if you're a very, very beginner. It can help you to acclimate your skin, but you really need to bump up to the big guns if you really want to see some actual anti-aging happen in your skin. And you know, I just swear by the stuff because I had turned 50 when I started my YouTube channel and my skin was looking at least 60 because I had roasted it in the sun for so long. I had so much sun damage, and that's when I started using Tretinoin. And I didn't start with Curology because unfortunately they didn't have it back then. I so wish that it was invented then because it would have saved me a lot of time getting on Tretinoin and then using it wrong and getting off of it. So the first time I started using Tretinoin, I stopped using it after like 2 weeks because it didn't come with any instructions and no one put me on the right strength to acclimate my skin to this, you know, very strong prescription ingredient. And so that's the beauty about Curology, is that it's going to set you up for success with Tretinoin. The great thing about Curology is that you have that personal provider there who will start you on the right level for your skin. They'll also send you instructions with it on how to use it so that you can learn to ease in slowly so that you won't quit with it before you see any of the great effects that it'll do for your skin. It reduces your wrinkles, it builds more collagen in your skin, it helps to exfoliate. I mean, it is just everything packed into this one little bottle for your skin. And I know I'm only talking about Tretinoin, but the beauty of Curology is that they put in 3 active ingredients in every bottle. So you'll upload a few pictures to their website and your dermatology provider will take a look at your skin and will put in the ingredients that you need to help your skin look its best. If you haven't tried Curology yet, I highly recommend that you give it a try. They have a program where you can get your first month for free. You just pay $4.95 for shipping and handling, and you get your consultation for free. Then you can start with your Curology and give it a try for a month. If you don't love it, you can cancel at any time. So use my link in the info box below the video to check out Curology or to sign up for your first month for free. I think if you give it a try and you try it for the first month, I don't think you'll regret it. I think it's just one of the most wonderful things I've ever done for my skin. So 2 of those going in the recycle bin. All right. The next most wonderful thing that I've ever done for my skin is to start using sunscreen every day. This is the sunscreen that is my favorite. It's my holy grail. It's the one that I use just about every day. This is the EltaMD UV Elements SPF 44. It's an all-mineral sunscreen. And when I was just talking about having such a hard time starting with Tretinoin 8 years ago, part of the problem was I was using a chemical sunscreen, and when I put on the sunscreen, that's when my skin would start to really burn. And so I did some research into that and I found out that all mineral sunscreens were much gentler on the skin and didn't cause irritation. Then I embarked on a journey of testing mineral sunscreens so that I could find a good one. And I finally have found one that is like the best one that I have ever used. It is tinted, so it does have a little bit of a, you know, skin tone tint, and it's just about right for me. I do have to mix it with one other sunscreen to make it perfect. It goes on beautifully. It's not greasy, it's not heavy, it doesn't make my skin feel gross, it doesn't break me out, and it wears really great under makeup. So that is an absolute favorite. Always love that. All right, next up is my May Love the Hydrator. This is my Resveratrol serum. I mentioned antioxidants before with the green tea. I like to get a lot of different antioxidants into my skincare routine because different antioxidants do different things. In addition to fighting free radicals that damage your DNA, break down your collagen, resveratrol will also help to reduce redness in your skin. I love this serum. It's really, really hydrating. I use this at night after my Timeless Since 6 serum, my Matrixyl serum. And if you want to see where I use all of this stuff, I'll link my whole skincare routine video because I just put it up a couple weeks ago right up here. You can see how I use them all. I also do like a printable guide for you guys that's available over on my blog. I'll link that in the info box below the video. There are a lot of moving parts, but it's because I like to get a lot of peptides, a lot of antioxidants in, and you generally can only get like 1 or 2 in each product. So, you know, that is why I use so many different products, but they're also lightweight. Like each layer is very lightweight, very watery. It's not like a heavy cream or a heavy lotion. They absorb really, really quickly. Anyway, I had purchased this one, repurchased, of course. It is up there in my cabinet, was using it, just used it today. So loving that one as well. And then a couple of other serums that are also here in the Empties are from Timeless. This is another antioxidant. This is my Timeless CoQ10 serum. Now, what CoQ10 does is it gives your skin cells more energy. So your skin cells need energy so that they can perform at their peak, you know, generating more collagen and more elastin and being less affected by the stressors that we encounter in the environment. So that's another thing that this antioxidant does. But what I love about this serum the most is that it also contains a peptide. Like most of these things will just have the 1-star ingredient and a couple other things. Like they all have hyaluronic acid, but this one also has Matrixyl 3000. So it's like a real, you know, 2-for-1 bang for your buck kind of a serum. I use that in my morning skincare routine every day. I do have a discount code for Timeless. It's not a code anymore, actually. I'm just so used to saying it's a code. It's a link. The link can be used only once per customer, but it gets you $5 off on your order, so you might as well use it the one time and then go from there. If you haven't tried it yet, give that a try. And then the other Timeless serum is my Matrixyl Synth 6 serum. Used up one of these as well. And this is a peptide serum. So you heard Matrixyl with the previous one. This is a different version of Matrixyl. So they each kind of do different things, but they're each really good for your skin for helping to protect your collagen, helping to generate collagen, helping to brighten the surface of your skin and reduce fine lines. Again, a lightweight, watery, clear, fluid, you know, serum that layers great with other anti-aging products. Another age-old favorite that's always in the Empties is my CeraVe PM Facial Moisturizing Lotion. I use the PM in the AM mainly because it doesn't have sunscreen in it. There is an AM version of this that does have sunscreen, but it's a mineral and also chemical sunscreen, so that does tend to irritate my skin, so that's why I don't use that one. But if you want something to save a step and your skin isn't bothered by the chemical sunscreen, then you can use CeraVe AM. What these contain are niacinamide, ceramides, hyaluronic acid, glycerin. It's a great formulation at such a low price point. I mean, those other things were all a low price point. Nothing that I use is generally over $30. So even though there's a lot of them, they're fairly inexpensive. So this is a terrific lotion. Use it every day. Have purchased a new one. It's up there. I used it this morning. All right, next up are my 2 facial cleansers that I use. Emptied out a couple of these as well. The first one is my Neutrogena Hydro Boost cleanser for sensitive skin. I use this one in the morning. This one doesn't foam. Actually, none of the cleansers I use are foam. I think foaming cleansers are just too harsh for aging skin. I guess everyone's skin is aging, isn't it? But for like older skin. So I prefer to do a double cleanse where I use this oil-based Clinique Take the Day Off cleanser to get my makeup off, and then to get the oil off my skin from this, I use this at night, and then I use this again in the morning. I mean, my skin really isn't like dirty in the morning, but I just want to wash it to get like the dust bunnies off and, you know, whatever. And I love it. It doesn't leave my skin dry like those foaming cleansers do. I just don't think there's any reason to use detergent on your face at all. Moving on, let's do makeup next. I've just got 4 little things in makeup. The first one is my Fenty Amplify Eyelid Primer. I love this eyelid primer. It makes your eyeshadow just stick and really grip and last a lot longer, and it keeps it from settling into your crease up there. This one is not actually 100% empty, but it did kind of dry out. I've had this one for a long time. I did purchase a new one of these because I do love it so much, but there is a new eyelid primer that I've been using and loving. That's the Hourglass Veil Eye Primer, and I picked this one up about a month ago, and I haven't used this one since. So even though I do have another one of these, and I will definitely use it up, I like this one just a little bit better. This one is more like grippy, so when I go to put on my eyeshadow, it sticks right where I put it, and it doesn't blend out quite as easily. I can get it to blend. You know, if you have a problem with eyeshadow that it all turns to mud, like everything just blends together, then you might want to try something like the Fenty, because it tends to keep the separation of the colors a little bit better. But this one, the blend is just a little bit easier. It's kind of a pale flesh tone. This one feels just a little bit more hydrating. It glides on a little bit easier. I don't know. I'm just kind of having a little love affair with this one currently. So that's the one that I've been reaching for a lot more lately, but do still love and recommend this guy. I'm so surprised this next one is in here because it's winter, and I rarely use this in the winter, but I just started using it again because I started mixing it with something else. So I used up one of my Chanel Ultra Le Tint Velvet foundations. This is and has been like my holy grail foundation for, I want to say 6 or 7 years now. It's meant for oily skin or combo skin, which is what I have, and which is why I say I don't really use it in the winter. It's mainly my go-to summer foundation, or if I'm going someplace special and I want my foundation to be absolutely perfect and bulletproof, this is what I wear. It doesn't settle in my wrinkles. It's not too shiny and oily looking, but it's not too matte either. It's just like the perfect foundation. But I have been mixing it lately with a couple of other things that are more hydrating. So I'll mix it with the It Your Skin But Better foundation. I love it mixed with that. I'll mix it with the Estee Lauder Futurist foundation. I like it a lot with that. So I've been using that a lot more lately, even though it is winter, and I use this one up. So next out of the empties is an It Cosmetics Your Skin But Better Bye Bye Pores powder. Completely empty on that. This is my HG setting powder. I have done all of my under eye concealer testing videos using this, and to a concealer, it would make it perform better. It would make it last longer. It would make it wrinkle less and look smoother and make my under eyes just look perfect all day. Then the last thing in makeup that I used up was another L'Oreal Unlimited mascara. This was my holy grail mascara 2 years running. It has just been replaced in my heart by the Lancome Idole mascara that I'm wearing today, and I love it so much. I do still love this. I love the wand on this. I love the formula of this. It doesn't flake or smudge or chip on me, and it's fantastic. My one complaint about it is that it does dry out a little quicker than some other mascaras, but otherwise I do absolutely love it. So I will be purchasing another one of those, even though I haven't quite yet. All right, so next up is my Babe Lash. This is my eyebrow growth serum. I use a separate serum on my lashes because I find that this doesn't really do anything for my lashes, but it does great things for my brows. So I just painted on one stripe on each brow every night. I gotta say that it hasn't been working as well for me lately as it had in the past, and I find this is just kind of the cycle with lash growth serums and brow growth serums is, you know, you'll start using it and you'll have like the best results and it'll be really apparent, and then after a while it kind of like wanes a little bit and you're like, what's going on? Anyway, I did buy a new one. I am using it, but I haven't been like blown away by, you know, the stuff growing in yet, but hopefully I will. The one I use on my lashes is Revitalash, and I love that one, and lashes are still going great. I used up another one of my Colleen Rothschild Smooth and Shine hair serums. This is the leave-in styling product, and I just love this. It makes the ends of my hair look so healthy and so nice, and it gives me like this really nice kind of, glossy shine to my hair. I blow dry and curl, and I don't have that much heat damage, and I think it's because of this and because of the hair mask as well. So I'll link both those products in the info box below the video. All right, moving on. Everything else is supplements. I've got 2 of my Vital Proteins in here. This is my collagen protein powder. I started using this maybe a year or so ago. I wasn't sure if it was doing anything for me, so I stopped taking it. Well, that's when I discovered that in fact it had been doing something for me. I don't know if it's doing anything for my skin per se. I'm hoping it is. Where I noticed the difference was in my knees. My knees have been like creaking and making noises for years now, but they didn't start like giving me any pain while working out until just the last year or two. So this had kind of made my knee pain go away, but I hadn't noticed it. And then I stopped using it, and then the knee pain came back, and I was like, oh yeah, hey, I think this really was doing something. So I started using it again, and I'm gonna keep using it. I do 1 scoop a day in my tea, and it doesn't add any flavor, it doesn't add any color. You can't tell it's there. This is the marine collagen one. I tried the cow one. That one didn't agree with my system. I love this one. All right, next up is my Resveratrol supplement. This is one that I tried because the one that I had been taking for years before that, I was just buying it at Costco, and I wasn't really picking it very carefully. And then I found out that really it wasn't the kind that had the active trans resveratrol that you need to actually have resveratrol work in your system. So I switched over to this one, but this is a pretty expensive supplement. I do really like this one, but I think after I showed this one last time, a bunch of viewers told me about another one that is less expensive but does have the right kind of trans resveratrol in it. And so that's the one that I bought to replace this one. I'm taking it now. I can't say that I can tell the difference, in these things when I'm taking them because, like who knows? You can't feel the difference in your body, but it needs to have 250 milligrams of trans resveratrol to be active, and that's what this other one has. So I'll link this one if you want to buy the more expensive one. If you like this brand, that's fine. I did like it. I did enjoy taking it, but I did want to save a couple of shekels and go for the other one. So I'll link the less expensive one down below as well. Okay, then another supplement I take for my joints is the Schiff Move Free. This is a glucosamine chondroitin supplement, and like I said, I have the creaky knees and stuff. Well, I like to work out and I don't like my body to hurt, and so I take this one. Supplements are such a weird thing. I just like to show you what I take. I can't recommend it. I can't say that they work. It's a fairly unregulated industry, but I swear by my supplements. I love the group of things that I take. I hardly ever feel rotten. My joints hardly ever hurt. I'm like, I'm 58 and I still feel really good every day. I feel energized, so I don't know if it's my supplements or not, but I love them and I continue to take them. Then I also take a fish oil. I take this one. I take a couple of different fish oils, but this is one that happens to be empty this month. This is my Mega Red. This is from Krill Oil. It's 350 milligrams. I buy this at Costco. I love it. This is really good for your heart. It's really good for your skin. It's really good for your eyes if you have dry eye. It also helps with your dry skin and your complexion, so fish oil is a really good one. So take that one. And then the last one, also good for dry skin, are my Science Research Lipo-Wheat Phytoceramides. So this is a plant-based ceramide. It's the same ingredient that was in the CeraVe that you apply topically, but these are ceramides that you ingest, and they're supposed to moisturize your skin from the inside out. And I think these are so amazing, especially for this time of year. If you are living in a cold climate and you're suffering from dry, itchy winter skin, you have to try these. These help my skin so much. I remember the first year I started taking these, I did it as an experiment because Dr. Oz had called them a facelift in a bottle, and I was like, yeah, I want a facelift from a bottle of supplements. Well, I tried it and I didn't get a facelift, but I did notice that my skin was so much less itchy. It just happened to coincide with that time of year, and I was like, oh my god, there's something to this. I really love these. So if you haven't tried these, I recommend that you try these too. So that is the end and the bottom of the Empties bin. So I hope you found the video helpful and informative. If you did, go ahead and give it a like. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. As always, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate your watching. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you in the next video. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.